Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Kevin, and today is what is today? Thursday, the 25th of March, 2021. I can't believe how quickly and fast this whole first quarter has popped along. Um, this time next week, we will definitely be 1st of April. Blink and we're there. It just seemed like yesterday we were wrapping up from the holidays and getting into the groove of 2021. Now, whoosh, off we go. I don't know what to say other than I did a mega deck yesterday. And what's a mega deck? Well, mega deck is taking two of Carl Gray's angel cards, Keepers of the Light and Angel Prayers, and joining them together. So what you do is you take out 16 of the Archangel cards. That would be the blue-backed cards that come from Angel Prayers. And then joining them with Keepers of the Light, which are these gold-backed cards. So when you join them together, I shuffled them. So of course, my indecisiveness had me thinking, well, I know which ones are which. I know which cards have what kind of messages. I really don't, but I'm more drawn towards the blue ones for whatever reason. But I did cut them and cut them again, and I got two really good cards. So I'm glad I did it. What cards did I get? Well, no doubt it is the Master Jesus that popped. Talks about forgiveness. You're on the path of love, of light and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. And oddly enough, we have the Miriam, which is twin souls. These two angels come together as one angel. And really, it talks about sacred vision, choose to forgive in order to heal. We sort of have to let go of some things to feel that love within inside. And part of self-acceptance, which came up yesterday, oddly enough. So this must be the month that we are talking about love, about understanding, about forgiveness. In order to find that great love, which is within, it's necessary to lift up and to come through feelings that perhaps we haven't liked within ourselves. And I'm trying to think of an opportunity. Well, yes, this is not the greatest of analogies, but it's one I think is important. We get told things when we grow up, especially when we're teenagers, about self, the body, physical awareness. That tends to show up in the form of what's acceptable and what's not acceptable when it comes to the way we look and our own personal appearance in the world. When we're children, we notice the difference between, people, children, and as that sort of goes into third, fourth, fifth grade in this country, sort of 11, 12, pre-adolescent, the emotions kick in, and sort of like that human experience that just doesn't feel good, or it does feel good. Up until that point, we kind of forget about it. We get up, get on, and move on. And there's this feeling of, okay, well, it happened. We move forward. It's very quick, very fast. The pre-teens, the pre-adolescent, it's a little deeper. Things are felt a little differently, but yet still, there's not the maturity to work it out, to have the confidence to say, well, I don't believe it, or I do believe it. And there's all this to and fro, back and forth, different opinions, we will possibly likely tend to lean into one person's opinion, especially if it's a teacher or a person that we admire, respect, like, even have a crush on. Then it moves into more emotional, hormonal as we get into puberty and post puberty, and into the real adolescence, and then into the young adulthood, until the brain fully matures into who we are. When the brain fully matures and the emotions fully, now I'm not a doctor, I'm not a neurologist, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, so I'm not speaking in terms of an expert, but I am speaking in terms of, well, you know, my understanding. When the whole body, hormones, mental, emotional, neurological, fall into place, then we have to make sense of everything that's come before. These two cards, the Master Jesus and the Miriam, really are here to say, just give it up and give it over, and somewhat move past it. Can we forget? No, but we can forgive. And how does forgiveness show up when we're supposed to forgive ourselves? Well, whenever you've said something like a negative about yourself, a personal negative. For me, it was I'm fat. That was my personal negative. Something that would occur when I was little, gained weight, got big, got chubby. Nobody bothered to say, well, why is that happening, that I remember. It was just eat less, move more. Well, when you're carrying extra weight, it's kind of difficult to move. And the belief was, become what it is you believe you are. So if you believe you're fat, then you become fat. If you believe you're poor, then you become poor. Poor, whatever poor means. So whatever it is that's ratchet within you, that you're believing, that you've chosen to take on, this right now is the time to drop it. To find the unconditional love that lives within requires stirring the pot on some pretty ratchet nonsense that is no sense whatsoever. And I don't really want to get on a soapbox about it, but the Miriam energy, it's said in folklore, appeared to Mary Magdalene when she was grieving the loss of all things, Master Jesus, at the tomb. And we're coming up on Easter, maybe why these cards are here. Ooh, excuse me, so sorry. They appeared to the Mary Magdalene to dry the eyes and stop the grieving, that the greater love, that sometimes to find the greater love, we have to be okay with letting go of a love that was, a love that has gone. And I feel that that's happening to a lot of people in our cultures, that there is this change. Everything is supposedly opening back up and everybody's talking about the year that was. It's done. It's gone. Finished. Don't forget what happened, for sure. What is new and different, that's what you work with. Where have you transformed? What have you done? What has enlightened you, enlivened you? And if nothing has, if you're still caught in the wind of woe, if you're still caught in the tsunami of debauchery and all the nonsense that happened, and you don't have, and you're still looking at things as being not as good, then that's where you have to forgive it. Because to change what's happening next requires you to be okay with what's happening now. To make a change of what will come requires you to get in touch with what is. So if you're carrying around some burdens, some guilt, some shame, some unresolved issues, it might be time to take a hot bath, to write down what it is that you are continually stuck on. Not good enough, can't find it, impatient. Particularly if you're finding, as I did most of last year and the years before, I found myself having a really difficult time with judgment. And I found myself trying to find out why people did what they did, to who they did it to. If it was to me, I would get stuck on the guilt and the shame of having the judgment, but yet it wouldn't stop the judgment. And I wanted to work on being a lot more forgiving of myself for that, a lot more compassionate to those I believe I might have judged unfairly, even though, oof, you know, someone's doing something that is not kind, it's not good, it's sometimes evil. Do we sit apathetically and not do anything about it? No. Trying to understand why is futile, because how do you understand that? Judging it doesn't make it any easier or serve any purpose. That's all I've got to say. Turning over your woes, looking for forgiveness to find the love, and particularly calling upon the Master Jesus to burn it off, to give your soul up, doesn't necessarily mean that you have to adopt Christianity. Yes, Jesus Christ is part of the Christian doctrine, but it's a symbolism that's available, the energy is available for everybody, for all religious backgrounds. And I find sometimes religion, the practice of it, is a bit skewed. You know, folks claim to be prophets. They claim to be spreading the word of God, spreading the word of Jesus, talking about how Jesus will save. Yes, indeed. There is a saviour that comes if you believe. But what if you're not raised in Christianity? Or if you're raised in Buddhism, Hinduism? What if you decided to convert to the Church of Islam? Or convert to Catholicism? Or in some cases, convert to Judaism? Something in you requires or desires or is attracted to it. But yet at the end of the day, most of us go to a higher calling. Most of us bow our heads to pray. Most of us find a quiet spot to reflect. Most of us give thanks for what has or hasn't been given, the blessings. I don't think about whether or not my own spiritual belief is put in a box or labeled Christianity. In fact, just recently I told somebody that I wasn't a Christian. I just was a spiritual person. I was just a spirit having a human experience. That was okay for me to look at all religions. If I want to be what they call universal, I have to be that way for everything, everybody. And one real quick little nugget I'll add. Well done, Sesame Street, for putting together a children's version of racism. It's wonderful. There's two new puppets that have come on, a father and son. I think the dad's name is Wes. I forgot what they called the little boy, but anyway, it's phenomenal what the Sesame Street team are teaching and showing the world. And it was a lovely explanation of what skin tone is and skin color is in the surrounding of melanin. It was just delightful. I'm so pleased that this sort of medium is being used to highlight to children simply what this is. And well done to the women's soccer team who, working with the Biden administration, fought long and hard for equal pay. It's about time women got paid the same as men across the board everywhere. All right, with that, I'll get off my political soapbox. I just want to say, yay, a couple of things that are going in the right direction. Reading from my book. Oh, look at this. Amazing. March 25th. There we go. Why is this not focusing? There you go. Break through your blocks. I was walking at a good clip down a sandy colony beach. When it happened, without warning, I began running. I ran the longest distance I had ever run before. Instead of collapsing in a panting heap, I kept running. Another stretch, another. Then by the time I tired, I'd run a mile. The furthest I'd run ever before in my life was about a quarter of a block. I didn't intend to make this breakthrough. I was so blocked in this idea that I didn't think I could. Running wasn't even a goal. I simply incorporated regular walks into my lifestyle in a way of exercising my body. This event surprised me because I'm not a physical fitness buff. I hadn't been allowed to participate in physical educational sports activities as a child or even a teenager because of chronic health ailments. I spent many of my adult years neglecting my body. Lately, I had even put some effort into connecting with my body and working out the amateurist fashion. But running, not me, or so I thought. The next time I went walking, I felt timid, almost afraid to even try running. I wondered if I had ever experienced, if what I'd experienced was just a fluke. It wasn't. I ran again and again. Now, running is a regular part of my physical activity, one I truly enjoy. Sometimes we're so blocked in a particular area, we don't even consider a breakthrough or a possibility. We're so blocked, we don't see our blocks. Stay open. Don't limit yourself. Something yesterday seemed entirely unfeasible and forever beyond our grasp. May tomorrow, next month, next year, or even today become something you can do naturally, something that's available to you. It can become a total surprise in an area you hadn't considered. Your breakthrough may happen in an area you've been struggling with and working on. Life is not about setbacks. It's not static. Appreciate and respect where you are now, but let yourself move to the next level when it's time. Celebrate your breakthroughs when they come. Listen to that quiet voice that's fleeting through that says, why don't you? Even if it's something you've never done before. Oh, I love this. And how fitting. Even if it's something you've never done before. What is it that you've never done before that you've been blocking and not doing? Working on forever and never accomplishing or finishing? Focus on that and let's meditate. Take a quick cup of tea. Oh, a sip, not a cup. There you go. Feet flat on the floor. Just take a big breath in. Release it out and let go. Let go of anything and everything that is not part of what's happening right now. Continue your breath in and your breath out, making that lovely hushing noise. You can call it Ujjayi breath. You can call it whatever breath you want. Life force going into your body. What's no longer needed coming out of your body. Let the matter of your mind settle in gently. Focus your eyes, your internal eyes, your third eye, your clairvoyant focus right between your eyebrows. Let your mind go to the soles of your feet. You can shuffle them around or pick them up, stretch out your toes, place them back down. Just connect your consciousness with the soles of your feet being supported by the great and wonderful Mother Earth. If there's anything troubling your heart, troubling your mind, send it to your heart. If there's something troubling your heart, send it to your feet and let your feet absorb it and send it down into the core of the earth itself. Just take a scan of your body and send air and oxygen to all the places that feel tight, stiff, awkward. Try your shoulders, try your hands, try your back, try your belly. Just give your body a scan from the floor up. With every deep breath you take, allow yourself to go deeper and deeper and deeper into relaxation, rest. If you feel the need to yawn, the urge to yawn, then just yawn. Let the energy of that, let the energy of everything else move through your body. Thoughts move through your body, feelings move through your body, emotions move through your body. It's just energy exchanging, vibrations working. And we'll begin with our prayer of protection. Thank you, Archangel Michael and the Master Jesus, for reminding me that you're here and for cutting the ties that bind me to people, places, situations, stories, drama, and any other nonsensical rubbish that I no longer want or need. And thank you so much for cutting those ties right now. So it is, so shall it be. I declare that I am safe, protected, free, and so shall it be. You hand over your heart, affirm, I am the keeper of my mind and my body. Wherever love flows, fear is a stranger, and love flows through me. I am the love, I am the light, I am the joy, I am the peace. And so it is, so shall it be. Find yourself feeling grateful and gratitude for everything and anything that you have the blessings to give and receive. And then we'll do with a prayer, inviting our guides and spirits to come and speak if they need to. Thank you, angels, for revealing to me that you're here and reminding me that you're present. It's so good to see you, feel you, and I'm grateful that you're here. Thank you for revealing to me, showing me what I need to give, what I need to receive, and what I need to share with others. I am open and willing to listen, to learn, to receive, and to share. So it is, and so shall it be. Feel the lightness and the vibration in your very being, in all parts of your body lifting, lightening. Pull the light, the bright golden light form from the source energy way up above the planets. Draw this energy down into your heart chakra from all directions, above you, below you, from the side of you, behind you and in front of you. Think of yourself as recharging your internal energy batteries. Gently seeking deeper, deeper. Hello. I come as a collective energy of the cosmos, part of the wise tribe, to talk about forgiveness, and to talk about condemnation. These are very simple constructs, very easy to do. To forgive is very simple. To condemn is very simple. Very, very simple. Saying sorry is very simple. What's important is what do you mean? And is the intention to forgive and condemn? Why does the man continue to do this all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time? Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. There's no need to beat yourself up, my friends, when you've done something you know is wrong. You've done something that you believe hurts people. Then just simply say, I'm so sorry. Send them a card or pick up the phone, just admit it. Make sure you just let your intentions know, but the biggest person, the brightest person that must be forgiven is yourself. So many I see, feel, look at, come by when there's sadness over having harsh words, over keeping the story going, over saying, well, I don't speak to my this person or that person. I don't want to. I've put distance. I've done this. I've done that. You see, it's so complicated. The condemnation that we have placed, you have placed, the humans have placed, keeps it going. Stop it. Stop it. There's no need for it. No need for you to be filled with all this negative nonsense. This world has become rather unkind in one hand and very kind in the other hand. There is right now on this planet, in this culture, a great divide between what is good, what is not so good. You must, my friends, you must follow light, follow love. That will surely move through you. The vibration of light, the vibration of love will lift you up higher than you have ever been before, but you must cut the shackles of this silliness known as guilt and shame. Forgive, 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 but mean it. Mean it. Forgive yourself and mean it. If you're looking in the mirror and finding flaws with that beautiful face that was created so specially, it's almost a crime to say the eyes are this, or the skin is wrinkled, or the body functions and the body composition is not right. Everybody ages, every physical body decays. Vibrancy is an attitude. Love is an attitude. It's a light, bright attitude. This is all I came to say, my friends, and thank you for letting me in. We are part of the wiser energy. It's difficult for me to be in this physical body. Lots of love. Just let yourself continue breathing. Imagine that the energy of your heart is wide open and that there is love and forgiveness and understanding coming to you from those wise ones. Using your third eye center and using the light and the love that's vibrating through you, think of the fact that today, the 25th of March 2021, the beginning of a brand new spring and the beginning of a brand new energy. Just imagine that you've turned the page and everything to your story up to this point is literally history, done, completely forgotten. You get to write a new script, you get to write a new story, you get to lift in a new way. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center to acknowledge yourself for doing the work, for listening to the message, and more importantly, from connecting with the highest part of yourself. Lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center, and together we bow and say namaste. Wow. Oof. Sometimes spirits pop in, as that one did. I'm not really quite sure how to feel about it because it's weird. It could feel like that energy had a difficulty landing. And there's different energies, just like there is here. Like when you go in a room, you feel the energy of the room. You go into a church, pick an older church, you feel the energy of a church. You go into a New Age store, you feel the energy of the New Age store. That's Amy tinkling on the floor. Not tinkling like that, but you know, the jingling of her little ID necklace. Anyway, with this vibration lifting, I guess the clarity I want to get to what that guide, the wise one, was saying is simplify the forgiveness process and amplify the love process. So to truly love yourself, you've got to forgive yourself for all the things that you have been saying, doing. And what I love at the end of it, as the spirit left, I'm left with that clarity of turning the page and starting a new chapter, and making. So, want to be clear with the message for today. When you turn the page and you start a new chapter and you put a new title and you start writing the story of today, figuratively, as you're in it, we're not saying chuck away the past. Bring in what you know you have to bring in. You're still in the same house. You're still driving the same vehicle. You still got the same bills. You've still got the same food in the fridge that was probably there yesterday. All right, so those are just physical, tangible stuff that travels with you. Look at what's traveling with you that's not physical, not the bills. Health is sort of physical, that's traveling with you. Where in these major subjects of your life, career, love, finances, kind of security, those bullet points, where are they now? And what are you going to do today to make them where you want them to be 6 months from now? So you can write that date. What will be 6 months, the 25th of September 2021? What's happened? Go there. Sit there. Sit in that space. If you want to, what was it I heard? Savannah Guthrie did an interview with the first female, I want to say she was the some kind of general, 4-star general, not sure. And she said, Savannah Guthrie said, what would you want to say to young women? Or you've inspired young women, you're the first woman to have this position. And she said, people can't be what they don't see. So you can't be what you don't see. So what you see, you're going to be. So the nugget here is to be with self-love, self-acceptance, with a lifted sense of yourself. Know that other people are being what they're being. I don't know why I keep coming back around to the fact that we're all light workers. We've got to work shoulder to shoulder. Anyway, I love you. Have a great day. It's Thursday. do something. The weather's going to be gorgeous in the mid-Atlantic areas. Bye.